77 WABC or Cumulus Media.
Hey girl, what's up? I know, it's 1 a.m., so what are we doing? Oh yeah, let's totally go to that place. I love that place. Wait a minute.
Hello?
What is that?
Hello?
No, shut up for a second. There's like a light in the sky, or a bird, or
Hello?
something. Oh no, oh my god, it's getting closer. Oh my god, it's gonna hit me! Ah! It's an angel. Really? Oh my god, it's Frankie Russo. Yep, it's Frankie. I know, I thought he was a janitor at the local boxing gym too.
I guess you're half right. What's up, girl? Oh no! I did it again! I messed up my coordinate system!
Hey guys, it's the Frankie Russo Show, and here's Frankie!
I'm all the way up! I'm all the way up, baby! All the way up! How you doing out there? How you doing? Welcome to RussoNation.tv! Home of America's Team.today! And guess what? This is yours truly, Frankie Russo! Got a great show for you tonight. Great show. Hey, I gotta do it again. Special shout out. You know, all this mainstream media frauds, from Reuters to CNN. I gotta shout out Sean Hannity, Bill O'Reilly, and Brett Baer. Judge Janine Pirro. They're doing the right thing. They're reporting honestly and giving Donald Trump a chance. 800-848-9222. Now, remember, November 8th, we got to vote for the blue-collar billionaire Donald Trump, and we got to go to RSBN.TV, and we see all Trump, all his rallies, everything live, great stuff. 800-848-9222. New York Post. The Obama administration quietly shipped $400 million. What a freaking gangster. Oh my God. This is OG. Yo, I saw the thing. The Drudge Report. They're going after the Guineas. 46 mobsters. The Guineas, right? We're the real gangsters, son. Let me ask you. In the freaking White House. Oh my God. 400 million stacked on what? On which pallets in an unmarked plane to Iran. Just as Tehran was releasing 4 Americans who had been detained there. The huge cash load represented the first payment of $1.7 billion debt that Iran said they owed. They were owed over a failed 1979 arms deal signed by the Shah. Really? Come on, Bomber, you could do better than that. I saw that press conference from the Pentagon. That was a disgrace. All those, like 60% of the questions were about Trump. 7 minutes about this whatever this was, 400 million cash. You know who they're gonna give it to, right? Hezbollah, Al Qaeda, freaking Afghan Taliban, ISIS. They're going to give it to all the terrorists. They're the world's largest state sponsor of terror. Let's be real, right? And Obama, by the way, I thought you were a bigger gangster than this, bruh. You know what you should have done? You remember the 650 Fifth Avenue building? You should have signed an executive order to override the override of the override. You know, the Court of Appeals, the 650 Fifth Avenue building that was owned by the Shah of Iran. And later the mullahs took it over, and you had Bank Melli of Iran, the proliferator of weapons of mass destruction. You remember that building? It's on 53rd Street and Lexington Avenue, son. You should have gave it to the Iranians then as well. You should have signed the executive order, overriding the court's decisions, and just giving the building to Iran as well, too. That's about $1 billion asset, too. After all, Iran's not even paying the restitution money with all the terrorist hits they've been doing since 1980. We're paying it, I hear. That's my understanding anyway. 800-848-9222. And quite frankly, you know what's really crazy about this whole thing? I tell you, it's really crazy. Talking about the 650 Fifth Avenue building. Iranian Alevi Foundation, tied in the Iranian terror triad with Assa Corporation and Bank Melli of Iran, is still able to operate within the United States jurisdiction, right? CARE, Council of American Islamic Relations, NAIT, North American Islamic Trust, ISNA, Islamic Society in North America, still allowed to operate within the United States jurisdiction, right? And CARE, ISNA, and the NAIT, right, they all were found, there was ample evidence that they were involved in the money laundering scheme for terror, the Holy Land Foundation trial, all the way to the Zakat committees, all the way to the Gaza Strip. Yeah. This is real deal Holyfield stuff, right? And Holder dropped the charges, enabled all these 246, according to FBI surveillance, Title 3 surveillance, Laura Burns' testimony, enabling 246 Muslim Brotherhood, who, by the way, last week we confirmed that was designated a terrorist entity by the UAE and also UK, right? 246 Muslim Brotherhood front organizations, individuals, funneling United States taxpayers' dollars all the way to the Gaza Strip. And they get away with it. Who does that sound like? Think about it, right? Benghazi, right? We didn't do it. We're not accountable, right? Who does that sound like? The Clinton Foundation running around. We didn't do anything wrong. This is a right-wing conspiracy. And then you got the Chris Wallace interview. Chris Wallace did a great job. He got Hillary Clinton on the paper. He hammered her nice, made her feel comfortable, hit her nice. It was beautiful, right? And then she claims that Comey basically was lying. Between Trey Gowdy and Chavis from Utah, Chavis, the chairman, said, listen, yes or no, Comey, did Hillary Clinton give unsecured people access to classified documents? Did Hillary Clinton give people who haven't gone through security clearance access to America's secrets? Comey said yes. She's guilty, right? But she gets away with it. Why does she get away with it? Because she's one of them. She's CARE. She's the Council of American Islamic Relations. She's ISNA, the Islamic Society in North America. She's the NAIT, North American Islamic Trust. She's the Alevi Foundation with Mohammed Zarif, who was the executive director of the Alevi Foundation, that the Weekly Standard couldn't believe that this guy wasn't prosecuted. And he's the minister now of Foreign Affairs, and he did that heist, that 150 bill back. He was the chief negotiator. Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, it's statistically significant. The Obama-Clinton crime family, we're close. They are radical Islamists, statistically significant. She gets away with it. Petraeus, who was whacking the radical Islamists, he's wasting away somewhere, the general. He was surging in Iraq. He was whacking ISIS. 800-848-9222. We're going to hear from Donald Trump, and then we're going to take some calls. This is the Frankie Russo Show. You can't keep up with this. You can't. No. Give me the Hillary above the law. You got that one?
Crooked Hillary Clinton, as proven by her recent email scandal, which was an embarrassment not only to her, but to the entire nation as a whole. She's either a liar or grossly incompetent. And wherever Hillary Clinton goes, corruption and scandal follow. Hillary Clinton's America is a country where the elite get one standard of treatment and everybody else gets second-class treatment. And she couldn't care less. Her misconduct is a disgrace and an embarrassment to our country.
Tell them
clearly, Hillary Clinton thinks she's above the law. Come November, The American people
There she
will show
goes.
her that she is not above the law.
That's right, DT. She's laughing at us.
Yeah. Hell
Yeah.
Let's make America great again.
That's right.
Listen up. Donald Trump, all right?
We're pumping the Trump tonight. I'm gonna kick to a call. Let's go to Felix, and we're gonna see where we're gonna go.
Donald Trump, it is what it is.
Felix, the truck driver for PA. He always got something interesting to say. What's poppin', kid?
Yes, Frankie, my brother. Okay.
Are you in the truck right now? Are you in the truck?
No. I'm at home, man. I'm having some bourbon, buddy.
You're having bourbon? That's what I'm talking about.
There you go. Hey, listen, man. First of all, I have a song I want to sing, okay?
Oh.
But then
If it's
after
no
that,
good, I'm moving, okay?
I know you are. I know, but after I want to talk to you about the Gingrich Sharia litmus test.
You gotta give me one. Give me one. Do you want to do the song?
All right. Let's go with the Sharia litmus test.
Okay, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Let me hear.
And then Mr. Kazir Khan.
Okay, good.
What is the premise of the Gingrich Sharia litmus test?
What's the premise?
That the Sharia law is incompatible with the U.S. Constitution.
Okay.
Okay? So now, according to Newt, if you want to bring Sharia law to the United States, you should not be here. You remember him saying that?
Absolutely. He's 100% right.
Okay. So at the DNC convention, Mr. Kazir Khan pulled out his pocket constitution.
Right.
While hiding behind his gold star, right?
Absolutely.
And he completely misrepresented what the Constitution means. Now, today, I looked this up. I heard this, I think, on Rush.
It's crazy.
He was on Pakistani TV, okay? Now, here's one of his quotes.
Unbelievable.
I showed the Constitution only because I wanted to remind people that nobody could be discriminated against in the name of religion, okay? That's people who live here, but that doesn't say that we cannot keep people out that we don't want here.
Absolutely.
Okay? Now, Mr. Khan, as a lawyer, okay, now this is from 1983, but it's on the internet, okay? This is what the man actually wrote, okay? Authoritatively and extensively as a lawyer. This is an exact quote, okay? This brings up an important fact which is generally overlooked, that the invariable and basic rules of Islamic law are only those prescribed in the Sharia, and in parentheses, Quran and Sunnah, which are few and limited. All other judicial works, which have been written during more than the 13 centuries, are very rich and indispensable, but they must always be subordinate to the Sharia and open to reconsideration by all Muslims.
Craziness. And what about that quote we were talking about? That quote, he says that Allah made Trump make mistakes?
Yes, all right, I got it right here. Allah makes people like Trump to make mistakes.
That's unbelievable.
To discredit them in the public eyes forever.
Hey, but for the grace of God.
And then he also says about himself, I'm online here, so let me just get one
I gotta move, man. Thank you for the call.
About himself.
Go ahead. Thank you for the call. Thank you for the call. 800-848-9222. Felix, you made some great points. I just got to move because I'm pressed for time. The White House Iran enabler, New York Post. Last week's revelation that ex-Ambassador Thomas Pickering pushed the Iran nuke deal while secretly working for Boeing makes you wonder, were any of the deal backers not paid for their support? Boeing now stands to make $25 billion selling planes to Tehran. That's a nice return on its investment in Pickering, a respected ex-diplomat who has worked for the aircraft maker for years. Pickering played a key role in drumming up support for the nuke deal that made Boeing's sale possible, but neither he nor the company bothered to disclose the relationship at the time. Nor is he the only one hawking the deal while secretly being paid by its supporters. A key White House ally, the Plowshares Fund, also funneled piles of cash to friendly media, NPR, why am I not shocked, mainstream media fraud, got $100,000 to report on negotiations with Iran. The cash helped feed the echo chamber that bomber aide Ben Rhodes cited as key to rallying support for the pact. And by the way, for the record, everybody, Thomas Pickering, does anybody know who Thomas Pickering is? Think about it. Benghazi, Accountability Review Board appointed by Hillary Clinton. He did that thing with Admiral Mueller, and he exonerated everybody. Oh, my God. Why am I not shocked? 800-848-9222. Let's go to Johnny in Queens. What's poppin', Johnny?
Hi, Frank.
What's up, my brother?
This clown Khan, he's a con, first of all.
Absolutely. Unfortunately.
His last name should be C-O-N, not K-H-A-N.
Yeah. I mean, his son is a hero. I don't want to discredit because, we support.
No, I'm not.
His son is a hero, but what they did over here to Trump, because of his Muslim ban, they won't even support H.R. 5194, that Muslim Brotherhood is a foreign terrorist entity, let alone that the Palestinian Authority is a foreign terrorist entity. And it's ridiculous. They don't want to even get rid of the stealth radicalism within the country.
Right. Just real quick on this guy Khan.
Go ahead, brother.
You know what he is, right? He's an immigration attorney. You know all that stuff. You know what? It's designed to. This guy was starting to remind me of Ahmed the Clock Boy. Remember him?
Oh my God! Oh, great point.
You know, it's designed to just. I speak to people and everyone. I wear a Trump T-shirt around.
God bless you, man.
And
that's a great point, bro.
Some people come up to me and say he's very offensive, especially to that family. I'm like, first of all, do you know who he is? No. You know what? It's just a lot of people they really don't know what's going on, and that's.
Hey, my brother, do you know?
Sadly, why I think he might not win. They just don't.
Oh, he's winning. He's winning. Don't let them. Everybody ever hear of Roger Marshall? Roger Marshall.
Tell me who he is.
He's the guy from. He ran in a primary in Kansas, didn't he?
I don't know.
He supported Trump.
Okay.
He beat the established. Let me look it up. I just heard about it. He beat the established. He beat Tim, whatever his name is. Tim Huck. I can't pronounce his last name.
Real quick on Khan.
It's crazy. Hey, listen, my brother.
It's weird. Just real quick. It's important.
No, but listen.
Happens to be the next day he pulled his website. Thanks, Frankie.
You got it, my brother. 800-848-9222. Hey, listen. That was a great point. The Clock Boy. Do you know the Clock Boy took a picture with Omar al-Bashir? Omar al-Bashir is the highest-ranking Muslim Brotherhood radical Islamist in the freaking world. He's wanted on the nctc.gov website. Crazy stuff, man. 800-848-9222. Let's go to Larry in Sheepshead Bay. What's poppin', Larry?
I know you from the Brooklyn Young Republican Club and the Brooklyn Tea Party.
Okay, my brother. What's going on?
Hey, I just want to about Trump and people calling him a Nazi on Facebook, and it's just sickening to me as a Jew. And this is like my so-called Jewish friends, and some of them I had at the friend. It's just sickening to me that there's a lot of people that are comparing Trump to Hitler, and they think that his rise to power is similar to Hitler, and it's just sickening.
It's my brother. I think it's a gross exaggeration. And quite frankly, I got a lot of people calling me. I got a lot of people emailing me and worried about this election. Listen to me, okay?
Yeah.
Trump's numbers. I've been hearing stories about people who are following like the internal polling and that have actually been going to rallies in their lifetime. And these are from. I'm not going to name the names, but these are from experienced people, political operatives. They've never seen anything. Trump is a phenomena. Because quite frankly, I believe that something down the pipeline is coming out against Hillary that's going to be very damaging. So they're very concerned. Trump has got a lot of He's got a lot of wind behind him, and they're trying to slow him down. They're not going to be able to stop the Trump tsunami comes November 8th. My brother, thank you for the call.
All right, thanks, Frankie.
Thank you. 800-848-9222. Now, I think I got it now. Tim Hulscap. Tim Hulscap is the Tim Hulscap was the House Republican who lost in the primary to Roger Marshall. Roger Marshall was the guy that supported Trump. So nobody heard about it. This is real. This is real. Nobody said anything about this. Why am I not shocked? 800-848-9222. Let's go to Chris and Bethpage. You there, Chris?
Frankie, how you doing?
What's up, my brother?
Hey, Frankie, listen, I want to say something. Listen, I will never vote for Hillary, but I have to admit, I'm off the Trump train. I got to vote for this Gary Johnson because.
Okay, now you opened up a can of worms. Wait.
What?
How did Gary Johnson become a candidate?
He's a libertarian. He used to be.
Yeah, but how did he become the libertarian candidate?
They had a convention for him. I saw it. I was watching on CNN.
Who voted for him?
William Barber.
Wait. Who supported him? Who supported him? How did he get the nomination?
How did he get the nomination?
Yeah.
There was about 7 or 8 ballots, and then they finally voted him in. I watched.
The party leaders did. The party leaders voted him in. The establishment voted him in. So you're voting for the establishment. You got to vote for Trump. You're voting for the establishment. The libertarian. He's voted. The party leaders voted the libertarian candidate in.
All right, Frankie,
the people voted for Trump. The people voted for Trump.
Like I said, let me explain something to you. I really mean this. He said that John McCain wasn't his type of warrior.
Hey, listen, I'm not going to, he's not a professional politician. That's why he is where he is.
I understand.
So listen, what are you looking for? I mean,
I know back him, but I'm just saying.
The libertarian candidate's not going to win. You might as well vote for Hillary. You might as well vote for Hillary.
You're wrong.
Why not? Are you kidding me?
He takes I'm trying to tell people to go out and support Gary Johnson because that would take.
Gary Johnson was endorsed. Gary Johnson got his candidacy through the party leaders, bro. That's a fact. He did. The establishment voted for him. The people didn't vote for him.
That's fine, but let me tell you something. Gary Johnson believes in small government.
So does Trump.
No, Trump doesn't.
Hey, listen, bro. I ain't got much time. I appreciate the call. Thank you so much. I don't agree with you. You shouldn't vote for Johnson. You might as well vote for Ted Cruz while you're at it. Thank you for the call. 800-848-9222. Let's go to Bill from Manhattan. What's poppin', Bill? We're gonna go into Scalia. I don't want. What are you doing with Scalia?
Thanks for taking my call. Number one.
Yeah, but what are we? Where are we going to go with this? Because I got to move. Where are we going with this?
Okay. I briefed you last week about Scalia, where he was. That's about
how statistically significant of information do we have? I got to cut to the chase on this because I'm getting ready for a Trump to hear from Trump.
Okay, here's the thing for you. Mr. Poindexter, who was an admiral in the Navy.
I heard of him. I remember. I think he's from the Reagan administration.
He's a bumper for Obama now.
Okay.
By the way, his blood type is different now than it was when he was.
But what kind of data did you have to support the contention? Now I'm open. I listen. I listen. I'm not saying I agree, but I look for statistical significance. I got to look at the information because your contention. I don't know. Maybe right. Maybe I don't know. I mean, anything's possible with this government, right? Anything's possible.
We don't know the half of it. Okay. And again,
could you send me some information and then we could talk about it on the air? Because I really got to look at it.
Yeah, can I call you?
No, just send me for frusso14@AOL.com. Send me an email.
One thing I just want to fill you in on. When I was online last week waiting, Mr. Brennan, who runs the CIA,
right.
06 or 07, when he was in Saudi Arabia, he converted.
That's what I heard. That's a
fact.
Great point. Listen, thank you for the call. Thank you for the call.
God bless you.
God bless you. Great call. 800-848-9222. Let's hear Trump. Second half Frankie Russo show. Crazy stuff, man. This is crazy. This show goes so fast. I'm sorry, peeps. I'm sorry to cut people off sometimes. I ain't got enough time. I ain't got enough time over here. This is nuts. It's Frankie Russo. We're waiting for Donald Trump. We're hearing from Trump. 800-848-9222. Globalism. Whatever you got, just pop it on. They're all good.
I'm John Batchelor. This is the John.
Hey, he's good. Okay. This is no
Bob Zimmerman.
Oh my God! I get no love over here. I'm like the last of the totem pole in this studio. I'm John
Batchelor.
This is crazy. This is the Frankie Russo show.
I'm John Batchelor.
Hey, listen. While we're waiting for Trump, we're going to talk about what the last caller mentioned. I listen to my shows every week. And it's crazy. From time to time, because I really look to improve my show every week. And I said, what I said was James Brennan. And I remembered, the reason why I said James Brennan, because I remembered I read an article in the New York Post and I found it. and it talked about unconnected dots. James Brennan, then Deputy National Security Advisor for Homeland Security and Counterterrorism in late 2011, ordered a purge of all federal law enforcement training materials that contain cultural or religious content, including information related to Islamists, Muslims, or whatever. In other words, the FBI's political overseers ordered it not to husband expertise on Islamist self-radicalization, and the Bureau's bureaucrats from Comey on down complied. Crazy stuff, right? Crazy stuff. They in the post it says James Brennan. I looked it up. It was John, like the gentleman said, John Brennan, the former CIA director. That's crazy. Right now, I'm bringing this back now because there's still like information out there. If it's statistically significant or not, I'm not sure. But like you said, the Saudi Arabia thing, I heard it from numerous experts that they believe that John Brennan is a American Muslim convert. Now, according to Filippini, and well, Judicial Watch did as always, the FOIA lawsuit for terrorists hands-off list shows almost 1,000 individuals removed from terror watch lists. Judicial Watch announced today, well, it was a few months ago, it obtained 183 pages of documents from the DHS, the Homeland Security, revealing that the Obama administration scrubbed the law enforcement agency's terrorist screening database in order to protect what it considered the civil rights of suspected Islamic terrorist groups. The documents appear to confirm charges that the Obama administration changes created a massive hands-off list. Removed data from the terrorist watch list could have helped prevent the San Bernardino terrorist attack, right? So let's bring this back. Do we got the Trump thing yet? Okay, I'm gonna finish this. We'll go to Trump and then I'll finish it. We'll come back, we'll take some calls. Frankie Russo, yeah.
The Clintons have turned the politics of personal enrichment into an art form for themselves. They've made hundreds of millions of dollars selling access, selling favors, selling government contracts. Secretary Clinton even did all of the work on a totally illegal private server. Something that how she's getting away with this, folks, nobody understands. Designed to keep her corrupt dealings out of the public record, putting the security of the entire country at risk, and a president in a corrupt system is totally protecting her.
Let's make America great again. Listen up. Donald Trump.
That's right. We're pumping the Trump. Now I'm gonna finish this, then we'll take some calls. Now, I'm trying to tie this in because, like I said last week in Libya, Mustafa Jalil issued the command order to execute the Libyan general Yunus, and he gave the order to Abu Khatala. That's Claire Lopez. I got a WikiLeaks email that confirms it. I got an Egyptian newspaper that confirms it as well. So what happened in Egypt is that happening domestically. Is Muslim Brotherhood, right? Is Muslim Brotherhood giving command orders to execute? Is Muslim Brotherhood giving command orders, and are they being followed through? Like, for example, by Abu Khatala, who was detained for Benghazi, among other things. So I looked this. We've been doing a little research. We got who sits in the White House right now. Well, I don't know about right now, but who was in the White House for the last 8 years from Muslim Brotherhood? We got Ayman Mohammed Magid. He's from the Holy Land Foundation trial. We got Afrin Al-Khan. We got Rashid Hussein. We got Salman Maradi. We got Mohammed Al-Abari. We got Abu Patel. We got Huma Abedin. We got maybe Valerie Jarrett. Maybe John Brennan. Who gave the order? Here's the question now. Who gave the order to John Brennan? Now, according to Filippini, if those documents weren't scrubbed, he would have stopped Bernardino, he would have stopped Orlando. So who's supporting the radical Islamists inside the United States government? That's what I want to know. 800-848-9222. Let's go to Annie in the Bronx.
Hi, Frankie.
What's poppin', Annie?
Hey, 2 weeks ago I called you and I said, can you say martial law? This week I called and I asked you, can you say mockery? The mockery that they're doing, this really makes me feel sort of hopeless that they can do this illegal act so blatantly, even right down to the change of currency, and to tell us to our faces like, what are you just you crazy? Are you nuts? That we should think like this? We kill two birds with one stone. It shows you we have no one on our side, and I want to bring this back to Donald Trump and how he must feel.
Right.
This man knows how these people work right down from the grit. And if you notice a change in his character is because put yourself in his shoes. At some point, you don't know who you trust anymore, whose advice to take anymore. Well, Roger Ailes,
did you see that Pentagon
coincidence?
Annie, did you see the Pentagon press conference? Was that a joke?
That was an
Did you see all the media corps, the White House media corps? I think it's like there's not one Republican, according to the Washington Free Beacon. There's not one Republican in there. Not one. Not one Republican.
No, they have
and they're supposed to be transparent. Not one Republican.
They have total, complete control.
It is a disgrace. I'm telling you, Hillary Clinton is one of them. Hillary Clinton is she's a stealth radical. I'm telling you, she got away with all this stuff. I can't get it out of my head, man. I racked my brain with this.
There's no way she can lose because she's got Obama's cover. She cannot go down. The only way she can go down is if they extricate her tongue and they really bind her up. Because if she goes down, she will be outright ruthless and speak out against him. Because then they really cannot keep her shut because she will feel she has nothing to lose. So this is why I say that Obama, out of everybody, is the sneakiest, most dangerous person. And what they're doing to Trump, they're not asking him serious questions. This con man, they used this individual on purpose because they knew that it would be our Achilles heel. We wouldn't know how to respond to that. But you know what? He didn't say anything bad about him. He just pointed out
that listen,
maybe the woman couldn't speak, and you know what? That pushed us to take this man out more.
Annie, you're 100% right, and quite frankly, you know, Trump is just saying, let's put a pause on Syrian radical, because we can't vet these people. And Somalia, these refugees, they're all becoming radical. They're all hiding as refugees and coming out as radical Islamists. And then on the show here at 77 WABC, the Frankie Russo show, we said, okay, let's call them out. HR 5194. We got stealth jihad radical Islamists in this country, Muslim Brotherhood. Why can't we do HR 5194, foreign terrorist organization, Michelle Bachmann, Trent Franks, and they would be deporting Muslim Brotherhood, according to the Holy Land Foundation trial, throwing them out of this country.
Well, they're so embedded under the umbrella of religion that we keep forgetting that they're like a coin. You can't separate heads from tails. They come together with their own laws. So the irony is our freedom and our laws gives them the right eventually when they become comfortable and they feel like, hey, we got equal rights for our religion, but their religion is law. And eventually eradicates us. We're we're being erased.
I'm very concerned, Annie.
On a lot of levels.
Annie, 100% right. Annie, thank you for the call, Annie. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you so much. 800-848-9222. Annie's right. I'm very concerned about an Islamist takeover. I'm not going to lie. Look at this stuff. He had a plane, unmarked plane, with $400 million of cash, giving it to the world's largest state sponsor of terror. Are you kidding me? Open borders, Muslim Brotherhood infiltration, scrubbing records where like an operative like Filippini could have been tracking this thing. It could have stopped San Bernardino, could have stopped Orlando, could have stopped a lot of this stuff. This is crazy. 800-848-9222. Let's go to John in Jersey City. What's poppin', Johnny?
Frankie?
What's up, brother?
All right.
I know you go fast. Go ahead.
Confucius instituted civil service back 2,000 years ago in China.
Right.
That's how Christie got to be appointed by George H. Walker Bush to be the attorney, federal attorney for New Jersey, Christie.
So why are we talking about this? What's the purpose?
The guy does not deserve to be
listen.
in government.
Hey, listen, I'm not, right now, we got to get Trump in. We can't even, we got to get Trump in. Thank you for the call. 800-848-9222. Let's go to Chris in New Jersey. Then we ready for Trump at 145? Cool. Let's go to Chris in New Jersey. What's poppin', Chris?
Hey, Frankie, the Clinton crime family bumped off another one last week.
Which one was this?
This Seth Rich. This DNC official, this guy helped develop computer programs for them.
Right.
And supposedly, the rumor out there is that he's the one who leaked these emails.
Oh, the NSA guy, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so, like, obviously, these emails are very revealing. They talk about the DNC working in cahoots with Reuters. They talk about the DNC staging protests outside of the Trump rally, as well as Hillary Clinton staging protests with the veterans.
Well, the WikiLeaks.
Right.
The Julian Assange stuff.
Right.
All the stuff that was sent over.
Right.
Somebody had to have an in to get in there.
Right.
And supposedly, this was the guy. And they killed him last week.
Interesting. Wow. Oh, I see what you're saying. Wow.
That's
unbelievable. That's wow.
So they knocked that guy off next week.
That's crazy.
Now, she thinks everything's cool, because this last episode is
What's his name? What's his name? Let me Google. What's his name?
Seth Rich.
Yeah, is that like Markovich, right?
They didn't steal anything from the guy. They just killed him. They beat him up and killed him.
Wow.
And she thinks this is all over. And she's listening. Let me use my dog whistle. Call Hillary up. There she is. She's on.
There she goes. My God, that's unbelievable.
Now she thinks all this pay-to-play emails are gone.
Right.
She doesn't know that the light at the end of the tunnel is a train.
A Trump train. The Trump train.
There's more coming.
I'm telling you, brother.
This guy's got incriminating bombs still.
I'm telling you. That's why they're trying to get. They're trying to get the number. These fake numbers, because obviously they're fake polls. They're trying to get this thing so low in people's minds, because we have to get away from this mainstream media. They're not with us. They're not with us.
They're all over Trump on all this nonsense.
Nonsense! The stuff that doesn't equate to anything that Hillary Clinton. I mean, all the stuff that Hillary Clinton's purported to have done is like unbelievable. From the Benghazi to the Clinton Foundation to the documents, the classified documents in the basement of a house.
That's all they can do is say nonsense like that because if you look at them,
right?
I mean, it's sad. You look at those two dreamy-eyed screwballs, Elizabeth Warren and Clinton on the same stage with their eyes rolling around in their head. They remind me of the Lee sisters.
Unbelievable.
Homely and lonely.
Hey, Chris, thank you for the call, man. Great information. Thank you. Thank you so much. 800-848-9220. Let's hear Trump. And we come back last quarter of Frankie Russo show. Crazy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The Frankie Russo show.
Hillary Clinton has also been the biggest promoter of the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which will ship millions more of our jobs overseas and give up congressional power to an international foreign commission. Now, because I have pointed out why it would be such a disastrous deal, she's pretending that she's against it. If she is elected president, she will adopt the Trans-Pacific Partnership, and we will lose millions of jobs and our economic independence for good. She'll do this, and just as she has betrayed the American worker on trade at every single stage of her career, and it will be even worse than the Clintons' NAFTA deal, and I never thought it could get worse than that. We will lose jobs, we will lose employment, we will lose taxes, we will lose everything. We will lose our country.
It's crazy.
I want trade deals, but they have to be great for the United States and for our workers.
again.
Absolutely.
Listen up.
We're pumping the Trump tonight.
Donald Trump, all right?
Really interesting. Remember last week or 2 weeks ago, we talked about the Mohammed Mansour got whacked by a drone, and why is he in Iran, and where Thomas Jocelyn and the foreignpolicy.com, and how Karula was involved with Iran, and he was working with the supreme leader of Iran at the time, Omar Mullah, in Sahadan city of Iran. Well, I found a unclassified document from the New York Times, the DOD document, and it talked about this guy Karula. And I found out something very interesting, and I wanted to share it with everybody. Karula, he was one of the 5 Afghan Taliban that was swapped for Bergdahl, right? And what happened was, it's come out that Karula, in this New York Times declassified DOD document, that Karula, one of the 5 Afghan Taliban, he was the former governor of Herat province in Afghanistan. It's late at night. He's very close to Karzai. Yeah, Karzai, former president of Afghanistan. Karzai, Hamid Karzai. And guess what I found out about Karzai? This is crazy. Karzai is according to Wiki, this is Wiki, so we're not, I want to get more information. They're claiming that he was a terror financier. Okay, now, Reuters went a step further, but I can't find it. They took it offline. The Guardian, Hamid Karzai admits office gets bags of money from Iran. Afghan president says Iran provides up to 625,000 euros in cash. What does that remind you of? At a time to pay office expenses, just as U.S. funds other offices. Hamid Karzai has admitted that his chief of staff collects bags of money containing hundreds, well, he did, he's no longer the president, but he did, containing hundreds of thousands of euros from the Iranian government each year. The Afghan president told a press conference that the cash was used to pay his office expenses and that he was happy to take large sums from Iran, Afghanistan's most important ally and the main regional enemy of the United States. So let me ask you, do you think what do you think about this thing now? Obama's giving Iran $400 million euros with a plane. Stealth radical Islamists. Maybe. Like Hillary Clinton. I'm telling you, this is crazy stuff. 800. Yeah, there he goes. Another one.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, let's go to, she's laughing at us, radical Islamists. Let's go to Carol in Long Island. What's popping, Carol?
Hi, Frankie. I just want to say, when Obama said that he was going to fundamentally change this country, he meant from a Christian white country to a Muslim country. Well, he never told us, but now we see how he's pushing all their agendas and bringing over all the... Well, let's not say... And Hillary is going to complete the job.
Well, Carol, let's not say Christian...
550% more Syrian refugees.
Right, you're 100% right. But let's not make this into, I don't want to make this into a racial thing, because it's not.
But he wants to change America.
He wants to change, absolutely. He wants to bring in the and what I believe...
I wouldn't care if the Muslims that come to this country want to embrace our Constitution, but they want to bring their Sharia law.
That's right.
They want their Sharia law. Let them stay where they are.
Carol, that's a great point.
What are they here for?
Carol, you're 100%. A great point. And you want to know something? He's also let those inmates out. He let the record. Guaranteed that a lot of them are from Nation of Islam.
And this 400,000 bribe to Iran that he paid he's put every American in danger, because now we are going to be kidnapped left and right. It's a terrible thing that's happening.
Hey, Carol,
I can't believe that this is what's happening.
You're 100% right. And just for the record, in Libya, before the so-called or the coup d'etat on Gaddafi, he released all of the jihadists out of prison. So Obama released all of the inmates out of prison. So now they're like, the Nation of, some of them got to be Nation of Islam. He
was always on the wrong side, on the Muslim Brotherhood side. He was always on their side on everything that happened all throughout the Middle East, from Egypt to everywhere. And you know what? People need to wake up. He should be impeached.
I agree.
He should
Good
be
point.
I am so upset that most of the Democrats are blind to this. They all think that he's great, and I don't know why.
I agree with you. Obviously, well, I think there's brainwashing with this media, the mainstream media.
Yes.
You saw that Pentagon press conference. That was the biggest farce I've ever heard in my life. Carol, thank you for the call.
I have children in college, and they are bombarded by what goes on by the mainstream media. They come, and I have to sit and explain things to them all the time. It's not true. Don't listen. Don't look online for your sources and your news and everything. It's all propaganda. This is not America. America used to have news media that were impartial. This is horrible what's happening.
Carol, you're 100% right. Great call. Thank you for the call. 800-848. Great call. We had great calls tonight. Unfortunately, I only got an hour, and I'm under 10. So I got to just keep moving. I'm sorry, everybody. I just got to keep moving. We'll go to Larry in the Bronx. I'm under 10. What's up, Larry?
Right, because of open borders, every enemy of America has their people inside of America. And it's time that people, not only that they complain about it, but start voting these people out of office.
Absolutely, my brother. Absolutely. So what do you think about Trump, man?
I think before this campaign is over, Frank, Trump is going to shave all his hair off. He's going to go like a Telly Savalas look.
Thank you for the call, Larry. 800-848-9222. Let's go to David in Long Island. Let's see. He wants to talk about Hillary. Let me see. Let's see if we get somebody to talk about, let's hear. David, what's going on?
How you doing,
What's up, brother?
First and foremost, what people don't even see is the seizures that Hillary is obviously having. She's obviously having some sort of degenerative tumor or something going on in her head.
Wait. So you're talking about her health? I mean, I don't know.
That's first and foremost, but regardless, I want to get something a little bit deeper.
Let me hear. That's why I'm curious.
The whole mainstream media is covering complete nonsense. We all know that.
Right.
Excellent coverage, but what people I've been speaking to, I grew up with that work at Goldman Sachs.
Okay.
Is paying attention to what's going on in the stock market with the manipulated numbers that are coming out from the Federal Reserve. Everybody better start paying attention also to what's going on in the stock market. Because the data is not real.
That's a great point, man. Hey, that's a great point.
Protecting their assets.
Great point.
You have negative interest rates almost 3/4 of the globally around the world. They're injecting, printing money to oblivion, which thus is going to create a dramatic, I'm not talking about correction, I'm talking about a crash, unlike anything we've ever seen. I'm not a fearmonger. I'm not a doom and gloom. I'm a realist. I do my due diligence. I'm telling people who are listening out there.
Interesting.
You guys better start buying gold, silver, asset protection, number one.
Right.
Number two, start buying some prepackaged foods. And number three, I did hear something from a good friend of mine. I don't want to say who, but there is actual possible martial law that may break out in the next 6 months.
Absolutely, my brother. And that's very interesting. And if you just look on the outside looking in, just look at the 90 million plus, and you got 4.9 unemployment. That doesn't make sense, right? Just the simple numbers. Just look at it. We don't have to be an economist. Just look at the simple numbers. 90 million plus out of the workforce, and the unemployment rate 4.9%. Are you kidding me?
Right, and you got the bond yields, the negative yields are flatlining. I mean, they're buying treasury bonds, and the yield is going negative. Okay, it's telling you something.
My brother,
something clear.
Absolutely.
And people are buying their treasury bonds. They're going to get hammered.
Great call.
I'm telling you, I just really hope people are paying attention.
Great point.
Because there's really no volume that are popping up on the stock market as well.
Right.
Besides the number that he's talking about, I mean, I'm talking about buying volume. It's all high-frequency trading. Everybody listening to me, please, I'm telling you, if you can't afford even small increments of gold, get some silver. Get your asset protection. Get yourself ready, please. Here's my warning.
My brother, great call. Thank you for the call. 800-848-9222. We got to remember, we're winding down now. We got 5 left. We got to vote. That's right. We got to watch our money. We got to vote November 8th. The blue-collar billionaire Donald J. Trump. We got to make it happen. RSBN.TV. Let's go to, we got line 5? We got somebody on line 5?
Welcome to the boardroom.
800-848-9222. This is the Frankie Russo Show. You know, I got a little sidebar a little sidebar story. Judge, this is Breitbart News. Judge, this is sidebar. This is, if you find this interesting. Judge who freed the jihadist Texas shooter named as potential Supreme Court nominee linked to La Raza. Judge Mary Muguara, appointed by President Clinton and considered a potential nominee to the Supreme Court by President Obama, was the judge who dismissed government charges against Elton Simpson for suspected terrorism in 2011. On Sunday, Simpson attacked, well, this was a few months ago, Simpson attacked a free speech event in Garland, Texas, depicting the Prophet Muhammad in cartoons. Judge Magula held then that the government was unable to prove Simpson mentioned violent jihad in his reasoning for traveling to Somalia, which is ridiculous. The phrase is one made up by the government, likely because it was aware that jihad in Muslim religion doesn't necessarily imply violence. According to Daniel Greenfield, this guy claims that the FBI knew, because this guy's a great reporter as well, investigative reporter. The FBI knew that Elton Simpson was one of the Garland jihadists, was a threat, and had attempted to lock him up after amassing evidence that he intended to go to Somalia as a terrorist. They had him on tape stating that Allah loves an individual who is out there fighting non-Muslims. And if you get shot or get killed, it's heaven straight away. Mr. Simpson said, heaven, that's what we're here for. So why not take that route? It's crazy, right? How could this judge do that, come to that conclusion, right? Well, here's the kicker to this whole thing. However, now, the LA Times previously noted that Judge Mugala's twin sister, Janet Mugala, leads a controversial group known as the National Council of La Raza, which has been criticized as a racist hate group. It is the nation's largest Latino civil rights activist organization. La Raza is closely linked to Obama administration's amnesty efforts. And moreover, Judge Mugala's, this is another crazy one, Carlos Mugala, helped coordinate the immigration amnesty program prior to Clinton nominating him as also for a judgeship, according to Front Page magazine. Crazy stuff. So everybody, we're getting ready to get out of here. We got to pump the Trump. We went over a lot of different things tonight. And remember, you want to find out more Donald Trump? You got to go to rsbn.tv, Right Side Broadcasting Network. You get all Trump rallies live. You go to RSBN website, you see the rallies live, and they also have some interesting stuff archived.
10.
So this is the Frankie Russo show, okay? You can't keep up with this. You can't, no way. I'll see you in the future.
That was a great show. This program was independently sponsored by Frankie Russo.